the event will find yourselves automatically on stage, and everyone else is, of course, welcome to be here and listen to what Rohaan says and to listen to the questions and participate like that. So it'll be a little bit different from our normal events. And Louise will be here in a minute, and once everyone's here, and Rohaan is here, of course, via Linus, we will, of course, get started. So welcome, everyone.
Hi, David. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Hi, Mark. Yes, we can hear you. Your microphone's working
Oh,
perfectly. In fact, you
awesome. Awesome.
in fact, you don't even have to talk quite so loud. So
Okay, then.
it's
Perfect.
even better. So
Perfect. Perfect. Because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to wake up my kids here.
I can appreciate that.
Wonderful you're here, Mark. Thank you for getting up this early.
Oh, I'll always get up early for Rohaan. And this is always a fun time anyway. It's a great way to start off a day, to be honest.
Brilliant. Yeah, I can't think of a better way.
Yeah. Hey, Louise.
Right, welcome everyone to the HEA and this channeling transmission on this beautiful flower full moon. This is a group channeling event with some of the participants of the trip to Bosnia that we're organising to the pyramids, where we're facilitating a meditation centred around open contact, our connection with our hybrid children, solidifying the bridge to them, the beings that we're specifically connecting to within our own contact experiences, and greater connection with our higher self. We're allowing ourselves to raise our vibration, sharing and radiating our unconditional love while connecting with our heart centers. We've been guided by our hybrid children through our interactions with Rohaan to facilitate a meditation within the tunnels of the Pyramid of the Sun in Bosnia. We're building this bridge with our own energies. It's us coming from us and to us. The action that we're taking by coming together in this way then allows for us to attract more of the same. We're anchoring this vibration within us and within our reality. Within this process of unfoldment, it's been about focusing our personal intentions, trust, following our excitement, observing synchronicities, allowing our experience to unfold in perfect harmony and balance with our true core selves, allowing ourselves to be our true puzzle piece. So, Linus, hi.
Hi, everyone.
We're all together in the room. I'm just seeing if we've got everybody here.
I think we're missing you, June, are we? Or
Well, I think if he's in the lounge, we can just let him in when he arrives. So there should be. Where's Juliet? Everybody.
if someone follows them, they can.
We've got Lucas, Henrik, Shama. Where's Shama? We're missing Shama. We're missing Shama. Is Aaron here? Oh yeah, Aaron's here. I see you. Oh, Shama. Great. We're all here. So, Linus, if you'd like to
Yeah,
get into
I will
state.
bring Rohan through. Getting into my sleep state, as usual.
Yeah, good.
All right, but have fun and enjoy the session with Rohan.
Yes, we'll see you later.
Yes, see you later. Greetings to you all. How are you doing?
Greetings, Rohan. Twice, twice in a week, date night.
Yes, in your time, yes.
Yeah,
Happy to be here again to talk to you all in this way.
lovely to have you here. I'd love to read you our greeting.
Yes.
Greetings, my dear Rohan, from our hearts to your hearts, and all of our beautiful hybrid children, and all beings connected with the hybrid realities, and who are connecting in with us now. We radiate our unconditional love and the knowingness that through these connections we are strengthening and solidifying the bridge to our hybrid realities. We honor and celebrate this connection and invite you into our hearts. Ha Atu.
Too, thank you so much for this invitation. All right, as you all now are excited about this Bosnian pyramid, that you're now gathering together yourself in this group community to go there in a physical way. Or even some people want to be there only in, let's shall we say, in an astral way. That's all fine too. So what we will do now is that we will provide also, before we continue in this transmission, we will bring through the meditation that will help to connect as we going to engage you all into this vibration. We just want to, shall we say, set you up in the tune more closer where you are right now, two different kinds of vibrations that you can tune into in the Bosnian pyramid right now. And that will, this meditation will be about, to help you to tune into it. Because remember also, there are a lot of mysteries still about these pyramids, where the mystery will also be shared a little bit more throughout this transmission too. Not everything, but a few things, so you know more about that. So we start now with this meditation. So if you all become relaxed and breathe in and breathe out, let go of all the cares of the day and just focus in this moment, in yourself, in this group, and connect with the people in this group as one, as one family, and feel that you are connected in this network. That wherever you go, you will all go together, and you're going to create, wherever you are, more of this particular vibration, more of this energy together for you all. And it's very important that you realize what your needs will be as you will go through this journey. So take another deep breath in and breathe out. Become very relaxed. Focus now in this moment on this sensation of yourself, feeling yourself as an individual. It is very important to feel yourself, who you are, because also the pyramid will also open up more things within you. And therefore, the more you are tuning into yourself now, then the more things can unfold there too. And also the hybrid children can also provide more energies to you all if you allow it to be so within yourself. As you focus on yourself, the sensation of yourself, feeling yourself, you will feel also that you are already connected to the pyramid. Because as before you choose to incarnate here, you already made that connection to the pyramid. Because you knew, as you are involved in the hybridization program, that this particular place, this pyramid, will be an important factor when it comes to interactions with the hybrid children. So it's about opening up what you know. So what you know can be more of the reality you prefer. The reality will be the new you, of the new individual that you now realize yourself to be, by embracing yourself, because you are a pyramid yourself, and therefore you seeing the pyramid as a reflection out there, it's just simply reflecting the pyramid within you. Therefore you can feel, the only way you can feel also the energies from the pyramid is because you also activate the pyramid within yourself. So all of you are pyramids, and you're connecting to yourself, to other people, and then you connect to the whole bigger pyramid. So, however you wish now, imagine yourself now being in the pyramid. However you wish. You don't really have to focus to make it accurate, have it look like. Just go with the flow. And feel yourself moving in the pyramid. Exploring the pyramid. And feeling the vibration within the pyramid. And all the mysteries from the pyramid. And how it dates back very far back in your history of its creation. And the mysteries why it hasn't been discovered before. But for some years ago it was discovered. Because it rises up from the ground. As being one of the oldest pyramids, is now also one of the newest pyramids in your discovery. You will recognize now in this pyramid, in your mind's eyes, that you will feel also how different kinds of resemblance it makes to yourself and to your own hybrid children. Because you have to understand too that also the beings you know as the Greys were also very important involvement into this also in the pyramid, in terms of how the hybridization program was being unfolded. So you will see also different kinds of shapes that represent the hybrid children, and even also your own, shall I say, yourself as an individual, your own life history. Because this pyramid also helps to expand, bring it up to surface yourself. So therefore, even though if others perceive this pyramid, it's still your own unique pyramid, because it reflects what you are. That is also why it's so unique in that context, because it becomes very unique to each individual that are experiencing that pyramid. That's why no one will have the same experience. So therefore, allow yourself to be open, to perceive what you can perceive and what you want to perceive. And realize that too, this is also the essence of first contact with other extraterrestrial beings. It's happening also within the pyramid. And if you are ready, nothing will hold it back. You will realize that too, that similar to the contact castle, this also enables more things to happen in terms of contact. But shall I say, only within the pyramid or around the pyramid, in the area, in the tunnels and so on. How the tunnels also connects to other kinds of things that have yet been discovered, but will be discovered too soon. Take a deep breath in and just feel the whole sensation of yourself and how you are connecting yourself to the pyramid. Feel the vibration. Feel how you're making more connections in yourself and to your group. As yourself are establishing now this experience, you will realize too that you are one big family and going hand in hand towards contact to other beings, such like myself, and of course your own hybrid children, because they are the hybrid children that guides you to the pyramid for a very, very good reason. So that also, if you are interested in the hybrid children, it could be wise for you to, of course, then to explore more of the Bosnian pyramid. And you will realize much more what lies within and also what lies without it. So, at this time now, we will like to interact with you in your questions and sharings. So please now proceed however you wish.
Thank you, Rohan. That was beautiful, and
Yes,
I
and
definitely
remember, this is the first step also from our side in what we will deliver also in meditation-wise, but more things that we will give you as techniques that will help you to even discovering more of yourself in the pyramid. So you have something to look forward to.
yes, I've definitely been understanding that
Yes.
the pyramids, all the structures actually within that area are there for specific reasons for
Yes,
us to open up within ourselves. So, and that they're symbols that include many ideas over many different parallel realities and dimensions.
exactly.
Yes, and I mean, I've had it brought back as soon as I've been exploring this whole idea, it's brought back memories and dreams that I've had of being in tunnels and because I understand that the whole excavation of the tunnels underneath pyramids are symbolic of opening up
Yes, and
pathways.
also the many of those tunnels to also connect to other tunnels into other dimensions and into other civilizations. So also by being in those tunnels too, don't be surprised that if you are able to, if you're hitting the particular right frequency, you can also be able to come up into another tunnel that exists in another civilization.
Oh, wow. So yes, of course, it is a portal as well, isn't it?
Yes, and this is right now activated, and therefore, but you need, of course, shall we say, a more like a compass to, let's say, orient yourself in the right way in terms because you need to be like in the right particular frequency tuning. You need to be tuned in a particular way for it to overlap into the other civilizations too. In even my society, my planet Esasani, we do also have a particular tunnel on our planet that connects also to the Bosnian pyramid.
Oh wow, that's very interesting. On Esasani, there's a
Yes.
wow. So, do the hybrid children use these as portals as well?
Yes, and that's also why we have also, before this was being discovered, this pyramid, then also many also hybrid children were using this also to explore. But now until it was being discovered for people, then they started to be a little more white drawn because people could go there and so on. But before that time, there were a lot of things going on there. From the hybrid children, all the beings, they were being there very much in the physical presence. But at the time, they also wanted you to discover that too. And therefore, they are still there, but they also are, let's say, in different kinds of tunnels where you haven't found yet too.
So if we connect with counterparts, let's say a grey counterpart, in that way, if we're connecting with those counterparts, is that another way that we can connect with them through the tunnels?
Yes.
Okay,
This
thank
is,
you.
will be a place where you really can really fulfill your connections you have if you really want to establish more and remember more of your connections to other beings as you have, while being in the place there in the tunnels will actually help you to stimulate that more.
That's lovely. And what I got during that little journey was there is like a solid base, obviously, because they are pyramids, but the three pyramids are in such an alignment that they actually create a triangular shape
Yes.
between them. So, what does that?
It's the hybrid pattern.
Okay,
The triangle represents the hybrid pattern. You can say the hybrid connections, contact. Because the hybrid, as we are all, using triangle as our first symbol, what represent all of us together.
yes, of course. It's very exciting. I mean, it's
It
like
is very exciting.
it's exciting that we're all actually going to meet each other. Um, that just in itself is exciting. That everything
Yes.
together.
Well, don't be surprised, and if something happens, that you might see something there that you say, "Oh, that looked like something, like another bean, for example." And as you go with a group, your energy will also be really profound, and therefore also as you're now experiencing in the open window of contact right now. So don't be surprised if something like that will happen in your reality.
That's lovely. I think we'll start.
What I can share to you right now is that some of you in this particular community, when you are being there, will actually be able to see a child. I'm not saying the child will come up and say, "Hi, I'm your hybrid child," for example, but it will be, and the person will say, "Oh, that looks like a hybrid child." That will happen. But how that will happen and how much of that will happen, that is up to you all to see.
So that will happen in a slightly shifted reality.
No, it happen in exactly the way that you will considering it to be in a physical way in your reality.
Lovely.
You will
Talking about
see
the
that
high.
because you see also that child looks different than your earth child. in terms of head, in terms of eyes, eye color, and so on. So you will really feel someone then looking at that will really know for sure is actually a hybrid child.
That's lovely. Thank you.
And also more beyond that too, there are also species, you know, as the IL, the caretakers of the hybrid children. They will also be, shall we say, they're aware of you all, that you are getting there, being there at that place, and they will also, they have allowed themselves to be a little bit more forward in a more physical way. So pay also attention to all people in the area. So have your focus, your sensors activated, so to speak.
I definitely think we're going to be doing that. And talking about the hybrid children, I think they've been playing musical chairs with us because
Yes.
I I did a little game with them. I put everybody's name in a little piece of paper and then we were throwing them up in the air. And so I wrote everyone's name out and then I sent it to everybody. And then everybody said, oh, I don't think I'll be able to come at that time. Da, da, da. And so then we rearranged it all and then everybody's here. So it's cool.
Yes. And also, if you're continuing in those group sessions here, also more of one of the IL being will come through too and share something.
That's lovely.
Like more as a guidance tool.
So shall we start as we did in the beginning?
Yes.
Oh, where's Mark? Mark's gone. Are you there, Mark? Oh, you're there. You're next to me. Would you like to go
Yeah,
first, or would you like?
yeah. Hi, Rohan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So, who it would be someone I'll be meeting up with, a counterpart or a hybrid child? Like, who could you give me some insight into who I'll be meeting?
In your case specifically, you will interacting with one of your counterparts.
Excellent. Will it be a grey counterpart?
It will
Or
actually be one counterpart from the fourth hybrid race, the hybrid race that is called the Shayael.
Shayael? Excellent. Thank you. And can I
Yes.
have a name? I have their
One
name.
moment. One moment. One moment. That being saying at the moment no name yet to come through. The name will come to you in a more private way.
Excellent. Okay, then. Thanks a lot.
Yes. And also
And
there
do
will
I
be
have any?
also a gray being there as well that will sneak in.
Will it be the same grey that I've had my experience with already?
Yes, exactly.
Excellent. Can't wait to see them again.
They will be there.
Um, Excellent. Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you want to that I need to prepare myself? Like, should I be
In the
fasting? Or
preparation, what you can do is to start to, if you would like to, before you go to bed, as you focus yourself being, as you're falling asleep with the awareness that you actually are in the pyramid, that will help you to really increase your frequency. And that's why when you're getting there in a physical way, or however you wish to do that, then you will actually be able to really, really bring all of that into your surface. So if you can have these in a few moments, like you think about that you're in the pyramid as you're falling asleep, and this will help you to increase your frequency and get your body more used to all of the energies that is there to a degree.
excellent. Thank you. Even during that meditation, I started feeling pyramids opening up in my body. So,
Yes, because you are
um,
yourself a pyramid itself, and therefore to really connect with that pyramid itself, It's to also to see yourself as a pyramid yourself.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Louise, should we pass the baton on?
Yes, we're going to do that. Thanks, Mark. Next, I'm just going to take them on the order on my screen for now. So, Linda, you're next up for a question about the Bosnian pyramids. You can unmute Linda.
Yes, thank you so much. Hello, Rohan. How are you?
Hello to you. How are you doing?
Good, good. Thank you. Okay, so I had the pleasure of visiting the Bosnian pyramids 3 years ago, and
Yes.
I was there a few days inside the tunnels, 2 days, and I was meditating. And one day I was approached astrally by one of the protectors or caretakers, and he looked strikingly Sasani.
Yes.
I'm very friendly gentleman. So I have a couple of questions regarding him, and I can also feel his presence right now. That's very beautiful.
Yes. He is
Um,
aware.
can
Is
you?
here.
Yeah, he is here. Oh, can you ask him what his name is?
One moment. No name yet, because the thing also why they don't want to share names at this time, it can be for some reasons has to do with energies. You have to give also some trust in that too, that the name will come in the perfect timing.
Okay, I
Now
respect
you
that.
can recognize the vibration as the one main indicator of contact with that being.
Hmm. May I ask why he approached me? Was he curious, or could he sense that I could sense him?
Well, you were more equally in terms of the vibration. You could actually, well, he could actually bring himself more into your reality, into more of your spectrum. And therefore, because when you are also in that particular pyramid, as it also help you to increase your frequency, and therefore, if you come in a particular frequency rate, then he could actually match that more and make himself more known to you. This is what they want to do all the time, so to speak, but they'd have to do that when it's appropriate in terms of what you're ready to see, in terms of your frequency, and when you are in the pyramid, for example, then you really can bring it up to surface.
Yes. I would like to tell him that I am sorry that I fell out of the vibration, because when I saw him, I got so excited. I was so happy, and I think I fell into my human vibration instead,
All right, we will do this for you now.
lost the contact.
If you
Yeah.
now count to 20, you count from 1 to 20, and after that, you will feel something. All right, do it with me.
Okay. Okay.
All right, 1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5,
6,
5,
7,
6, 7, 8,
8,
9,
9, 10,
10,
11,
11,
12,
12,
13,
13,
14,
14,
15,
15,
16,
16,
17,
17,
and 18,
18,
19,
19,
and here we go, 20. Boom.
20.
How was it?
I'm in a soup of Sasani energy.
You see, there you go. Now let this be processed within you, and you will see also that connection after this will be even higher.
Thank you so much. Are there many Sasani beings around me now, or am I
Yes,
immersed in the energy?
you
Okay.
are immersed in the energy, and therefore you're also picking up more also on other beings of my society. Those
Mm.
beings that are tapping into you right now are also very curious in your particular life path, as yourself too are being this contact ambassador yourself, as you also are very, very importantly tuned to how first contact will unfold. Therefore, they're very curious to see what you are doing.
Thank you so much. They're very welcome to connect with me even more.
They will do so even much more now after this interaction.
Thank you so much. Haatu.
Ha too.
Thank you, Linda. Paulius, can you unmute yourself and ask a question to Rohan?
Hello, Rohan. Nice to meet you.
How nice to interact with you as well in this way. How are you doing?
I'm feeling very excited about this interaction, creating this
All
bridge,
right, how fun.
and making this journey to Bosnia pyramids.
Yes, and also a journey within yourself at the same time.
Yes, yes, and those pyramids symbolizes like many connections that I feel is now coming together in the center of my being.
Yes.
So I also interested about all those different pyramids and how they are related and what different work we can do at those different pyramids. And I know that is one pyramid is unnamed, so it is also very, I'm very curious what this pyramid is about.
It's the main reason is actually meant for extraterrestrial contact and working as with the hybrid vibration very, very much. It was being created for that purpose because the pyramid needed to be created in a pyramid structure way, even though there are other as well pyramids that connect to that, but they are working in a similar way, very much so. You can see it as amplifiers to create the whole contact vibration much more obvious to you for all people that are involved in this. So, but they need to be working at different kinds of frequencies rates. So, because remember, you need to make this in a symmetry way, in a very structural way. Therefore, if you have something that is the main one, and then you have others that are contributing into creating, shall we say, the energy patterns to the main one. So it supports the main one as the main one support also the smaller ones in terms of the frequencies, and that creates the whole symmetry of it. So it's like a symmetry of experiences of contact. If this makes sense to you,
Yes. And
because
also,
yes,
can it be that different pyramids could be related to different types of contexts? Like, for example, ones are more for the extra dimensional beings, others for nature spirits, others for
yes. Well,
extraterrestrial.
usually in this case, those we are referring to are having the same purpose. It's more into what yourself wanted to make of that, for example, what your preferences are when you go into those particular pyramids. If you want to experience more, let's say, elementals consciousness, you can do that. So because it is still the same energy in of itself, it's more that it will reflect yourself because the pyramids function as reflectors. And reflectors means that it will reflect everything within you. So whatever you have, every desire you possibly have within you will come into manifestation. So it's like manifestations of that.
Yes, I
Does that
see.
make
And
sense?
yes, yes, that does a lot of sense. And maybe there is some being that now comes that maybe is most relevant at that time for me to connect with.
All right, yes, for you, you have been the, shall we say, has been waiting for this moment for you to recognize that something is waiting there, because you feel the waiting there because you recognize now that something is starting to be unfold for you, and this is a being. Actually, the second higher race, the tall grays, what we are referring to the Basani. This is one of your main beings for you that are open to connect with you now much more, and helping you to also open up yourself, your inner pyramid with yourself. And this will also help you to more within your own, shall I say, space travel with yourself, exploring other kinds of civilizations with that being together. So this being will guide you in cosmos.
It's yeah, very exciting. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Paulius. Next, we have Henrik. Could you unmute and ask your questions?
Hello, Rohaan. Can you hear me all right?
Well, it seems we lost Linus for a second, so I guess we'll have to wait for a minute for him to come back.
All right, but you can hear me all right?
Yes, you sound great.
Oh, thank you.
Remember, everything's in synchronicity, so I'm sure he'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been crazy fun, huh? Up until now.
Yes, it's been amazing so far. Amazing transmission so far with the exchanges between Louise and Linda and Paulius, etc. So,
Like this, well, it looks like we're going to be
and
meeting
you
all
also.
the hybrid. Looks like we're going to be meeting all the hybrid races when we're there. Like
Yes.
between,
We have.
Hello, everyone.
yep.
Hello, Linus. We got you back again. So,
Something happened. I don't know. Maybe my internet somehow interrupted. I just like
Lots of energy.
yeah, Clubhouse. Just like I think when I came back, then the Clubhouse was shut down. On my phone.
we'll wait for you to get back into the state, I guess.
Yeah, I will connect with Rohan again. So hope it works. Yeah, yeah. So all right. Hello to you again. Let's proceed now where you left off.
Hello, Rohaan. My name is Henrik. How are you doing?
Bra själv.
Jättebra.
Yes.
Yes. So, should I ask my questions in Swedish or English?
It's up to you, however you wish.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So, I have a question about the pyramids. I have been trying to train myself into going into the astral state just before I fall asleep, and the openings of that has always been fields or caves or the stars or a planet or something like that. But now with the Bosnian pyramid gathering and the energy behind that, it has been for several days now I'm entering a tunnel and I can see different shapes in the tunnels, but the end of the tunnel I see a shadow of a human form of some kind. Now the shadow is not it has a pleasant vibe to it, sort of. So I was wondering like how I could use that in a sense while I'm there at the pyramids.
Yes, this is also the reason now you're experiencing that you are going in the footsteps of contact. And therefore also the shadowing part is actually, first of all, when a contact is about to happening. Of course, now it's happening in a more dream astral way, but the shadow represents you, that it's actually a being there, but it comes through as the shadow being to prepare you for more of contact in a physical way. Therefore, it needs to be more a shadow way to also reflect your, shall we say, the inner shadows of yourself, to let go of things you're doing now. You're now, as you're now connecting again back to this experience again, you feel that something is important for you as you are doing this. So that's why, as you seeing this community, as people are gathering together, you feel it's starting to stimulate something within you at the same time, and therefore things can really unfold, come up to the surface, and it comes up in shadows until a time will be as the shadow will turn into a true shape, but not a shadow, of course. So you're
All right.
experiencing that preparation for contact, and also the inner pyramid in yourself, of course, is starting to activate more. So it's going higher up, but also your pyramid in yourself has starting to be as a spiral form, and therefore it's spiraling up in a way that it turns to two sides, two perspectives of who you are. So the shadow is actually your future self, your counterpart, that is taking place within you, and you're bringing that up through you to the surface. Does that make
All right.
sense?
Yes,
Låter det
it make
spännande?
det låter mycket spännande.
Ja, men det är bra.
Eh,
Så ju mer du
ja,
kommer också, även när du går och sover, så försök också ha det här i åtanke också när du ligger och sover, att du ser den här skuggan, att den här skuggan kommer, och skuggan kommer närmare och närmare tills den börjar att bli mera fysiskt.
ja, jag förstår. Jag ska prova det ikväll. Jag kommer såklart prova det flera dagar i rad ända tills vi kommer ner dit.
Har du också upplevt i dig själv sorts av en musik i dig själv?
En mystik i mig själv.
Ja, ungefär som att någonting spelas inom dig själv.
En musik i...
Eller en ton av något slag. En not av ett slag.
Ja, en annorlunda ton i vänster öra.
Ja, och det är ett tecken på också nu att du, hela det väsen du är, uppgraderas.
Ja, jag
och
förstår.
det blir som en sorts ny signaturfrekvens i dig själv.
Okej. Ja, det är mycket spännande. Det är kul också första gången kunna prata med en kanaliserare på svenska. Det känns mycket spännande.
Precis, och det känns också mycket mer personligt också om du gör det, pratar på svenska också.
Ja.
Även om jag inte pratar svenska, men eftersom att kanalen kan svenska, så då kan också mina tankar översättas i språket.
Ja, men precis. Jag har en fråga till om ett UFO, om det går bra.
Absolut.
Så i februari i år, det var snö, det var minusgrader ute, och jag ser vad som ser ut som fiskmåsar uppe i himlen. Och jag tänker, gud, det kan ju inte finnas fiskmåsar i den här kylan. Och jag tittar på det här, och de här som såg ut som fiskmåsar kommer närmare och närmare tills det är 20 meter ovanför marken, och det är ungefär 40 meter ifrån mig. Det är cirka 80, kanske till 120 ljus som formar en tredimensionell stjärna, där stjärnan åker in i sig själv ute i vingarna samtidigt som ljusen går in i centrum, och sen var det jättetydligt, och sen bara fejdade bort ljussken efter ljussken. Vad var det för typ av... Det var en väldigt, väldigt intensiv och annorlunda och geometrisk upplevelse.
Ja, Det här var då i det här fallet då en av ditt counterpart från Jajel. Och det
Aha,
var inte som liksom ett rymdskepp i sig. Det var mer som ett medvetande via energi.
okej.
Så, och den här energin då översattes då i din verklighet som ett geometrisk form. Även om det skulle se ut som att det var någonting väldigt enkelt, som kanske som en fiskmås, men det är som att det översätts och det blir som en biverkan från när den här entiteten gjorde sig till känna.
Okej. Är det en man eller en kvinna?
Det är man.
Har han... Kan du ge något namn i detta nu eller ska det komma mer personligt senare?
Det kommer komma mer personligt senare. Se det som också som en ögonöppnare. För att något stort kommer hända i ditt liv. Och bara att du har det här nu. Att vilja uppleva Bosnian pyramid. Som ett exempel. Det här är indikation på att du kommer uppleva mer och mer. Saker kommer att utvecklas. Och allt det du har upplevt tidigare kommer att förstå. Kommer liksom
Ja,
att ha en innebörd. Ju mer du utvecklar det här, ju mer du fortsätter att gå i den här riktningen, så kommer allt du upplevt tidigare, drömmar, i din verklighet, kommer att bli som en stor boll tillsammans, där du kan se från det perspektivet. Som att ditt
ja,
liv liksom speglas i ett nytt form.
okej. Ja, det låter ju superspännande. Jag skulle gärna träffa dig i mer privata former några gånger över året om det känns okej i den här formen.
Ja. Du kan också göra det i meditation, ha åtanke att du vill kontakta mig på det här sättet, så kommer du också uppleva det att du kan också uppleva den här energin just nu, att du har den som en markör.
Okej. Ja, absolut. I thank you so much, Rohan, for your support and energy to us all and
You're so
into
welcome.
the
We
future.
thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Henrik, for that exchange. We're going
Thank
to
you.
change the. Thank you. We're going to change the order just slightly. I'm going to take James next. James, could you unmute
And before we
take a
continue, do
question?
you know
Oh, sure.
also why it's important sometimes, even though if we ourselves do not speak even your English language or even Swedish language, but it's important also for yourself, all you do not really understand the Swedish language, to tune in differently. This is also part of the contact. You're
Yes.
tuning in differently. Not only what you expect it to be, you're thinking, oh, I don't know, understand what's being said, for example, but that's the point, because you're going to find, as you meet other beings, that they're not even talking your language. They don't do that. They don't talk in English. They're not going to come and say, hi, how are you in English? They're going to be very differently. So see this also as a part of the whole fun with that.
That's all play,
This is
right?
part of the whole contact, yes.
Most definitely. That was lovely.
Yes, John has to.
All right.
Exactement.
Exactement. Yeah. Precis. James, if you could continue.
Sure, thank you.
Bonjour.
Hello, Rohan.
Bonjour.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Really, really well, thank you. I've got a couple of questions.
Yes.
One of them is a carry on from when you and I talked last time. I mentioned that I'm not 100% sure, as much as I would love to, that I'll be there physically this time round in the Bosnian pyramids.
Yes.
And you suggested to me to have, to try to get a crystal there, maybe get Sharma to have that with her when she's present there, or something like that. If that happens, or I'm just sort of energetically linking in myself at the arranged time, is that in itself, do you think, enough to kind of have a more physicalized experience with my my family?
Yes. But also use the tools you have in your realities if you feel attracted to use them, of course. is to see also that every tools, every rituals that you have in your reality, see it also as guidance that from your higher self, even from the beings themselves, they are guiding you to utilize something that is more physical in your reality. Because of course you don't need them per se, but it can be a very good tool in terms where you are in your life, in your belief system, so on, what you need in order to establish more of what you need.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
use whatever that comes to your mind, even if it can be simply using a glass of water
Hmm.
to have something that is much more physicalized rather than to not have a glass of water. Just to having the glass there will tell you that something is more physical before you.
Right. Okay. So any even little exercise, for example, having a glass of water like on top of a picture, a photograph of the areas, anything like that would be a suitable
Yes,
permission slip.
because you actually then creating in your mind, you're tricking your mind. So here's also a very powerful thing to do actually. When something that you say, oh, I don't really can touch that, but I would like to do so anyway. How can I do it? Okay, let's just take something. Let's take this glass of water and I put it on the picture, for example. Then you're putting something that you know is physicalized on something that you know is not physicalized yet in your reality. What you do then, you're creating the overlap process. You're
Right.
creating the non-physical to the physical through the object, in this case, the glass of water.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes really good sense. So that will be what I do if I can't attend physically. But thank you very much.
Yes.
The last question I have is kind of like a very personal one, if that's okay. Um,
Yes.
I had a very sort of steamy, intimate encounter like last week. Okay, in my dream state.
Yes.
Um, and the follow I'm pretty sure I know who it was, the my Yaya counterpart. And the following day I was meditating and I saw a baby in my mind's eye as I meditated.
Yes.
So I mean, obviously I'm going to think that that was us sort of having another baby between us. So my questions, firstly, it was just seeking confirmation, although I probably don't really need it. um, and the second bit was like, where was I? Was I in the castle? Because I think, as far as I can recall, in my conscious mind, immediately before that, in the room where we were, there were some other people. So it's not like we were on our own. So yeah, if I could, I'll just stick with that for now. That's my first part of the question.
Yes. Well, you were actually in, shall I say, more of the basement in the contact castle. More like, say, the contact chamber in where basement. Because why that's so? Because in the basement in the contact castle, there is one report of kind of rooms there that you can utilize for yourself in a very different way. But you do that in the basement because you do that, like, say you go very privately, for example.
Mm,
And this has nothing to do with the hybrid procreation room. It's very different than that. It's simply to allow yourself to create something, whatever that might be, whatever it might be with someone else, for example, another being. You are going into that kind of like chamber,
mm,
and you are yourself too are taking place also as the being that you're also interacting with, and the being is doing the same from his or her perspective to become you. This might sound a little bit, oh, what does that really mean? Well,
mm.
it actually means as you're creating that, you're feeling that you are the being itself.
So it's a form of merging at the same time as
Yes.
creating.
And why it happened in the basement? Because if that happened, like, say, on the surface, for example, as there's so much powerful energy involved in this whole process, it can actually create interference in the energy around the castle. So that's why this was being made to create as in the basement, where it will not really affect anything else, like say on the surface of the castle, into the other rooms. So you like to hang out there, shall I say, in this kind of like chamber in the basement there,
Mm,
and you're sort of doing your own kind of things too with beings. You are creating yourself to a little bit different kinds of a hybrid, some type of experiments, if I will say that correctly to you.
mm.
Not really an experiment per se, but you would like to do some testings with the genetics.
Okay, okay. This experience, though, am I right that it was with my Yo-Yo counterpart?
It was very right, so yes.
Yeah. So when we have children between us, I'm assuming that, as well, you've kind of alluded to it already, that it's not just going to be a Yo-Yo human DNA. There'll be other things added in, right?
Yeah,
And that will just vary, I guess.
exactly, because it can be with many kinds of beings.
Okay, okay, cool. No, thank you so much. That's really answered a lot for me. Thank you.
And even more will be answered too as you also explore this path.
Yeah, thanks.
On the beginning, my friend.
Yes, I'm sure. Lots to look forward to.
Yes, it's really amazing time.
Yeah, thank you.
You're so welcome, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Lucas. Or thank you, sorry,
That's right.
James. We
I think it
lost
just dropped off at
Linus
the
again
same
though.
time.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, okay, we'll wait for Linus to pop back again. So we'll take Lucas when Linus is back and gets back in the States. So no worries. That's just all the high energy in the room at the moment.
Yes, I definitely felt it before the transmission. I suppose, well, I was doing the Na Zud Van Emidaela as well.
Indeed,
Yeah,
right?
uh,
Hello,
And,
Linus.
and
Such high energy, we
so
keep destroying all the electronics. So
yeah. It
he's
says
back
like this. It says poor
from outer
internet
space.
connection from me here, so I don't know.
same here also. So it's not
Yeah,
just you. All right. Yeah, we'll wait
yeah.
for you to get back in the
I
state, I
will
guess.
bring him back again.
Okay.
It's fun.
Indeed.
Knock knock again to you all. How are you doing?
Thank you, Rohan. Welcome
Are you
back.
throwing me out here?
Oh, there's so much energy, we just keep getting bounced out. So,
Oh right, that's really unfair, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's all synchronous, I guess.
it is.
So, Lucas, I think you had some questions.
Yes, yes. Hello, hello everyone. Hello, Rohan.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
I'm super excited.
So
Super,
am I.
like never before.
Oh,
So,
like never before. That's just also interesting. Even before, and even after too, you will be, I guess.
yes, the whole idea is super excited and
Yes,
coming
it
together.
is.
Oh, I don't have words to describe this, but
Me neither.
but Rohan, let's start unexpectedly.
All right, how exciting!
Do I have hybrid children?
Oh, that is not so unexpected. Yes, you do have
Yes, I know. I know that this is not unexpected. Yes. Okay. How many?
9. That
Nine.
has about around 88% of your DNA.
88%?
Yes, that you were considering to be your hybrid children.
All right. All right. Thank you. Are they connecting with me through the days? especially the last
Yes,
days?
very much so, and also that are helping you also in your own discoveries too, as you are experiencing your life the way you do. They would like to play a bit more with you in your reality, and they are like say, well, why don't you really play more with us?
Oh, how can I play more with them?
You can play. They would like that you play this game, hide and seek game, if you're familiar with that.
Yes, yes.
So they want to play that game with you if you wish. They're like, oh, he don't want to play that. I hope he knows the games. But so they want to play that with you. If you play that with them, then maybe something unexpected can happen. As you
All
seem to like
right.
to go in the unexpected way, so well, then hide and seek game can be really great for you then.
Okay, I will do in the forest.
Yes, do in the
Yes.
forest or even in your place, so it's really up to you if you wish to do that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Ron, can you share with me my role in the hybrid program and in the in this event, also in this event? Uh,
Yes, you are actually going to be a poor person when it comes to utilize the games. You are actually going to find that you're going to invoke the games. For example, you're going to be responsible for if people would like to play these games or even other games with other children, and you will be like one that will help to facilitate that.
all right, thank you. That I thought about this because I
So you can do
received.
yourself too, even meditation, wherever you do that, or even your dream state, you will also get also more games from the hybrid children. But first, let's play hide and seek with them so they know that you want to do that, and then they can actually give you more games that you can share to other people, and you can create like a game zone for yourself too that people can join, and then you can create more of that.
Okay, because maybe 1 year ago I received some part of the game that I can create. You know, like
Yes.
okay, that okay. Understand for now this, uh,
Do you like
and
to sing?
hmm, you know, last maybe 2 to 3 months, I am practicing every day my throat chakra and sound and using sound like Mongolian sound, like very different kind of sounds, and I do it every day because this is very healing for me and also
Yes.
fun.
So see also that what you can do if you feel that is to also to sing for your children. You can do it in every way you wish to. In the Mongolian type of style, it's up to you, but do it in the intention that you're singing for them.
Okay, but using the sound, can I use the sound within the tunnels to create
Yes.
some
Yes,
resonance
you can
through my
create that.
voice?
And what you can create, if you do that actually, you can also create different kinds of resonance within the tunnels, and they can also help to navigate you through the tunnels. And also, as I mentioned earlier in this transmission, that actually you can be navigated towards another civilization through the tunnels.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Can
There is a specific song or song, more kind of a style that we will share in the future that will help also to be specifically wired to really stimulate the tunnels in a different way.
okay, that will be amazing to
Yes,
practice and to do. Yes.
yes. Just continue then to be this singing bird that you are.
Singing bird?
Are you not a singing bird?
Okay, I am singing bird. Okay.
So am I. Then we can fly together.
Yes. Right.
Maybe I am a raven, I don't know. Or do you want to be a raven
Yes,
or
maybe
crow?
raven. Yes.
Oh, the raven has arrived. That's very fun.
I love birds, but that started maybe couple years only to discover more
Because
the
the
birds.
bird is also the messenger from the hybrid children.
Ah,
The
all
hybrid children
right.
also utilize birds in that way as you see, oh, well, why is this kind of like a raven here just outside my window all the time? It's weird, but oh, maybe it's just a coincidence. Well, no, it's not. The hybrid children use birds as
Yeah,
messengers.
I'm feeding every day birds next to my window, you know, every
Yes.
day, and I'm watching them. Okay, that's
So
lovely.
that's why to be a more singing bird for yourself, so you can sing also your also message to, or your what you want to say to your hybrid children. So sing it through yourself, and they will receive it, and then they will reply that to send more birds to you.
All right, thank you. Rohan, can you confirm for me, because I received some part of mechanics that we can use with the meditation together, because I saw like the similar way like we creating the portal to the
Yes.
Skinwalker Ranch
Yes.
through our hearts, and we are creating like bigger bigger portal together
Yes.
with. Yes, we can do something like this.
Yes. And
With
allow now your mind to be open for how you can do that. It's very important then also to really find something within you that works for that, because you are the vessel for anything, everything, no matter what.
all right, all right.
So
Thank
use the
you, Linus.
vessel that you are as the main for portals, wherever the portals there might be, whatever kind of thing, you are the vessel itself. And if you understand you are the vessel yourself, you will really then start to understand your power and the power of creating something in your reality.
But what do you mean about being a vessel? Because when I'm creating the portal, I'm focusing on my heart and the
Yes.
portal.
And that is like the vessel itself. You are the vessel. You are creating the heart sensation. You are creating the portal, the understanding of that. But it comes from the vessel that you are, from your own energy itself. And it's create with your intentions what you want it to be. But it must come from a vessel, and you are the vessel. Do you understand so far?
Yes, I had to have to repeat this. You know.
Yeah, but for example, as
That's,
you are having your body here in your reality, that's your vessel to even having this experience of physical reality. And what lies within your body is more of the vessel that you are. They're all energies there, the power of who you are. And that's why if you understand the power of yourself, the creation of yourself, you can utilize that to your advantage by creating everything you want to create, actually. You have an instant manifestation. And that comes from being the vessel that you are by shifting yourself into another reality where they actually will pop up of being already manifested, because you shift yourself to another reality where it will be already in existence in that reality.
okay, so it's being the vibration with intention, creating within
Exactly.
myself what I
Exactly.
want to. Okay, okay. I understand. I understand. Thank you, Rohan. Maybe lastly, can you give me some maybe advice to, especially to this event? Maybe from Hybrid Children, maybe from you. I don't know. Some advice now, for
Right
now.
now, it will be offer this to sing.
All right. All right.
And
All right.
sing then very profoundly in yourself with the understanding that you are the singing vessel.
All right. All right. I understand. I understand. Oh, a lot of things.
You are
Thank you,
so
Rohan.
very welcome a lot.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
too so much.
Thank you so much, Lucas. Ragnar, you're next. No, we lost Linus again. Okay, so when Linus gets back, we'll Ragnar. It'll be your turn after that. So yeah, the power of the energy here.
how great is it being like in a group and we're all going to like meet up? This is, I mean, a
Yeah,
little while ago, we
it's
just not even thought about it. Or, you know, we've been thinking about it, but like for lots of us to meet up, it's going to be great.
It's just the beginning, right? Going to be lots more like that. So I think it's going to be amazing.
yeah, I'm excited about meeting you all in person. It's going to be fantastic. Really, the energy is going to be off the charts.
I think
Well, the charts are
I
just
think
going
we're
to get
already
bigger.
off the charts.
I've been thinking we could be doing some dressing up as well.
Indeed.
Who likes dressing up?
You want to do cosplay? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I don't know, just something fun,
Hmm.
colourful.
Yeah, sure. Don't come in your drab colors. Come in the fancy colors. I've understood that the hybrids actually really like fancy, bright colors. So
We'll have to break out the '90s parachute material tracksuits. Yeah, I'll go and raid my dad's wardrobe.
I'll have to get all my bohemian stuff out of the closet.
We should do a
Yeah,
70s.
yeah, totally. I'm also thinking like trans clothes from the 19s, like good old neon clothes.
Yeah, because I've moved so much, I just keep like the basic clothes now. So I'll go through all my family's wardrobes and see what they've got.
We are going to be such an interesting bunch to observe from the guests who are at the Bosnian Pyramids who are not part of our group. They're just going to wonder like, who are these people?
I
I
can
was thinking
imagine,
we're
right?
probably, I was thinking we're probably going to pick up a few stragglers. Like people will be joining us. You know.
Absolutely,
I
we
think
tell
so
them we
too.
came for
Yeah.
them.
Of course, when everybody gets down there, it'll be like no no cell service or mobile service suddenly because all the energy will be too much for it.
Well, that'll give us a good chance to practice the telepathy, send each other
Exactly.
messages that way.
Exactly. Well, at the various channels, they all say that technology, that's just a permission slip for us to realize that we're all telepathic anyway. So we think we need the phones to talk to each other. But in fact, when we really get down to it, if we would drop the negative beliefs, we wouldn't need that at all. So
Yeah, I've been noticing it recently with like to say we'll contact each other telepathically first, and then we'll send each other a message on Messenger or something like this. Or with a lot of people, it's, oh, I was just thinking about you. That's the starting phrase of most of our conversations.
Here's
welcome
back
back, Linus.
from outer space.
Do you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
great. And I couldn't really access Clubhouse when it's just like, yeah, I couldn't connect, but now it works.
That's great.
Oh, it's this.
We're not going anywhere.
That's great.
We're
You're
waiting
still
for
there, so
Yeah,
We're still here,
and
so
no need to stress. It's all good.
that's great. Yeah, I will bring him through again.
okay. That's good practice. Thanks, Linus.
Yeah, it's good practice, by the way. Getting into the state, like back and forth. All right, hello to you again. I was just planning to go into the shower and then you call me again. Ho, ho, ho. What's going on here?
Yes, let's go to. Yeah, we're just glad to have you back, right?
Really? Oh, thank you for saying that.
Indeed. But of course, for you, no time passed, so.
No, thank God for that.
Ragnar, you had a question?
Yes. Hello, Rowan.
Hello to you, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. So I'm curious, is there any general climate that the hybrids are attracted to when they will come here?
The main climate will be in a climate that is more similar to your climate in Sedona.
Uh-huh.
They don't really like very much cold because also within their DNA not really can handle as much of the cold
Makes sense.
because this is what's being created in an artificial way, and the DNA for them to be who they are, to be so like psychic, so sensitive, so open as they are, then that DNA cannot really support the cold, and therefore that's why they're really attracted to places that are warm and also a little bit more tropical environment for them.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Yes.
It was interesting what you said about, yeah, so when you spoke Swedish, I'm Norwegian, so I understood it very well. So, tack så
Yeah.
mycket.
Du är välkommen.
In that regard as well, when preparing for contact, not necessarily just the hybrids, but other races, I find it for myself very useful to communicate with animals in that way.
Yes.
And yeah, and playfulness are a big part of it. Yeah, yeah. So that is something I enjoy, and I also see that as a preparation.
Yes, you are connected to the elemental reality very much, and also the animals you see in your reality are actually, shall I say, more of the reflectors of the elementals. So that's why you want to feel attracted to the animals, because they guide you to the elementals, and being the playfulness is also that reflection. It's also the whole part of contact, in generally speaking, but it also reflect also the elemental reality as themselves too, reflect the playfulness, and then they're using the animal to reflect that to you, and you feel the vibration, and that's why you feel the playfulness.
Yeah, cool. This is also a similar vibration, or as I usually call it, bubbles of excitement in my belly button area just before I'm experiencing something, how should I put it, semi-physical out of this solid reality. I usually feel it through excitement, and I also see the patterns in it, like just before it's happening. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that the guidance of these bubbles is, yeah, I can never go wrong with them, I feel.
Because you're being so aware in yourself and in your reality that you're perceiving something, and you know for sure this is going to happen, and you feel nothing ever can change that because you're feeling so strong. Whatever happens in your reality, that is your truth.
Yeah, it's a blend of me stating it and it's happening to me, but I really feel it's happening through me as I'm stating it to happen.
Yes, because everything is energy, and you yourself are moving in your reality through the consciousness that you are. Your reality itself is a reflection of your own consciousness, and you are becoming more aware of that. And you're moving as everything, as you move through things, things also move through you, because it's just one same thing, and it can be expressed as you moving through it, or as the reality is moving through you, for example. That's the actual side effect, I would say, of being used in the present moment, where everything is existence, is that everything can be experienced in multiple of ways.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I agree. Yeah, I'm very excited to meet this family, our hybrid parents that's going to Bosnian, also all the other one listening in now. I really enjoy feeling into the group energy, and
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
very
this is
excited as well.
one of the first steps, or second or third step for open contact. So you feel also that you have found the group here, you are resonating with the group, you're going to take action in the reality represent contact. So you're actually doing the steps to contact.
Yeah,
Even now you're not really in the pyramid right now, but this gathering in this way is contact. And even as an individual you are yourself, you will always be connected to this group and having more experience too in your dream state, in your reality. Things will start to happen much more now.
yeah, I agree. Thank you so much. That was all for now. So thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much, Ragnar. Juliet, you had a question or some questions.
Hello, thank you. Hello,
Hello to
Rohaan.
you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You are so welcome for saying that to me too. And
Yeah, I'm doing great today. It's been a good day. Um, so I have a question about
Oh, I think we
pyramid.
lost. I think we
Oh,
lost Linus,
oh,
Juliet. So
we did
we'll have to
again.
wait about. We did it again. So this is
Yeah,
quite
no,
My,
funny.
I think he's
I
having
think my
some
questions
problems.
keep changing.
This way they can change again. There's lots of time for that, right?
Yes.
Amazing.
All right,
So
I'll mute until he comes back.
that's fine. Whatever you like. So right. So
Yeah.
many questions
One of
and so much
the,
information today. Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say that, I've been thinking about open contact for a while, and now it gets more and more obvious that we need to be in contact with each other, like who are already here on this planet, like in the animal life and the plant life, before we start trying to even contact, other, other from other dimensions and other, futures. It's some of these things that seem so obvious that are coming more and more obvious now, if that makes sense.
Yes, and we have to, and one of the things is that our whole understanding of how we relate to time and how we relate to other beings, not only off of the earth but on the earth, right? I mean, there's like dolphins and whales and all that. I've had various things pop up on my feed about communication with dolphins lately. So, I mean, all of these things, and we were just talking earlier about understanding at the energy level other people's languages without understanding the actual grammar or vocabulary. So I think it's really how we reach in and understand that we can connect with everything, right? Whether it be other people or other beings or animals, plants, anything. So it's all part of our growth. I think it's fantastic.
And also, the hybrid children can help us with that because they are so, intertwined with the animals and plants and everything. So they can, like, when we connect with them, they can help us investigate those things even more.
Yeah, they'll give us that vibration we need to bridge the gap between where they are and their understanding and ours. And simply their presence here will enable all of us to make that jump. So they're really important to that transition. Absolutely, Louise.
To catch 22, we need to invite them as well, like be inviting to other people, to our own hybrids, children, and just general people to be able to have that contact. So yeah, and so like it's not just they're helping us with the contact. We need to be open to them as well, right?
It's totally mutual. Absolutely, Mark. So hopefully Linus will make it back this time.
He seems to get very stressed, doesn't he? Every time he gets back, he's more and more stressed.
No, it's okay. I think he's practicing getting in and out of the state. Is Rohaan
Yeah,
having a bit of fun with him, and maybe the
yeah,
hybrids also having fun with him. So
yeah.
Well, we can all talk together. I mean, we'll all be seeing each other in a few months, so I think everyone has to stay muted if they want to say something.
Indeed, indeed. We're all just waiting for Rohaan.
So it's lots of interesting information about the pyramids, isn't it? And I think it's going to unfold with synchronicities in our dream state and just in your waking state as well. I know it has for me. I had some synchronicities today. Two people saying the same thing. So I'm going to ask you, Rohaan, about that because it's like very interesting. And you just think, well, how can two people say something? So that's just like the reflection of what we're experiencing and exploring.
Yeah, and there's so much mystery, and it's not just the energy and the vibration, but there's so much sort of mystery about it, right? Because you feel like the pyramids are there for a number of different reasons, and the hybrids are interested in meeting us there. And then there's these questions about what's going on with the tunnels, because those questions he answered about the tunnels were so fascinating, about the the sounds, and that they could actually lead to other places like Esasani and others, and that you could go from one to another. So that's all really fascinating.
I thought it was super fascinating that he said that the children were basically like had the run of the place before it got discovered.
Yeah, can you imagine, right? What a playground, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes, didn't you say that they were? Did you say that they were created for the hybrid agenda anyway? Isn't that what you were saying? That's like basically what they're to do with
Yeah, that
to
stuff.
really.
I mean, yeah, when I was there 3 years ago, and had a tour around, was told that regarding the ETs, like it's most like being built as a portal. That was mostly what they were talking about, the staff working there. They didn't speak too much about hybrid children, but they didn't mention that. But they talk about ETs and it being a portal. It makes total sense that it's a playground for the hybrid children. They could go back and forth.
Didn't he say that they have risen up? I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, that was fascinating. But I mean, I don't know whether he means physically, or because originally those pyramids, they were just kind of overgrown and nobody realized they were there for a long time, and everybody had forgotten about them. And then suddenly they realized that, and they trimmed away all the sort of foliage around that, and then they realized, aha, there's these pyramids here, right? But maybe they've actually been buried at some point and then came up somehow. That could be fascinating.
I can actually comment on that, David. The tunnels that we are gonna go into, when they were rediscovered some years ago, those tunnels were filled up with mud and like really, really compact. So they had to excavate the tunnels and dig it out, and that's where they slowly discovered all these lots of cool features inside. And so the question is, why was it covered up? The ETs have. Oh, I should have asked Rohaan today. No, next time. Why the tunnels were filled up and sort of packed away, covered with greenery, so it couldn't be found. Well, the thought is that probably maybe conflict between the humans or something like that. So it was covered up by the aliens. That is the thought. Well, I guess we have to find out.
Well, I can ask that, Linda.
Yeah.
That's a
Good.
good question.
That's why we had to have this outage, so that you could share that question with Juliet, so she could ask it.
Yeah, I kind of accidentally ended up on the question panel. So I've been sitting here going, what question should I ask? What would be useful? So there we go.
It's knowing exactly what you need to know when you need to know it, right?
Exactly.
Perfect, because that's a great mystery, and the staff working there, they really want to know. So we can go and tell them.
Wow, that's great. Okay,
Thank you, Juliet.
sure.
Let's see. I invited Linus, and he's not here
I did as
quite yet. So
well.
maybe he's having to restart his phone.
Hmm.
He just sent me a message saying I can't access Clubhouse. It says no internet connection, but he can get on Messenger. Clubhouse
Interesting.
isn't weird for anybody else. Mm, no, it seems to be working. Sorry. Send him a message. Seems to be working for us. Yeah. Should I ask him to restart his phone or something?
Yeah, that's probably the best idea. That's probably the fastest way for him to get in.
I sent him a message as well, Mark.
Yeah, I sent him on Messenger because we're planning a session for next week.
Well, think of it this way. This is our opportunity to bond here, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
it allows anyone here to just unmute and share whatever they want to share about that. Like Lucas and his newfound love of birds, and the all the business with the throat exercises, and I mean, there's so much going on between everyone here. It's amazing. And James, your sharing was actually very interesting as well. Thank you for that.
Oh no, no worries. I was a bit embarrassed, but I had to ask.
Oh, but we found it fascinating, and a lot of people in the chat found it fascinating as well. As
Yeah,
we thought, oh, great room, that basement.
yeah. I have to get down there more often.
I can share something that Rohaan shared with me when he touched foot at Skinwalker Ranch. I think he said he walked about 4 meters, and he said he saw this beautiful, beautiful bird flying around. And it was not really a bird from our planet. It was more unique, more similar to what we would know as from our dinosaur age. And I asked him, what the timing was, or, was that when he chose to land? And he said yes, but it was also because it's an interdimensional portal. And it was somehow synchronistically traveling through at the same time. And he said how wonderful an experience it was to have. And I thought that was really neat.
Wow.
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 So we really are going to see some pretty cool stuff by the sounds of it there.
Yes, we need to prepare ourselves for some crazy looking birds and other creatures.
That's fascinating, amazing.
It's also going to be interesting when he said that we will have a chance to meet some hybrid children and carers, young carers. So that will be very interesting. I feel a few trips out into the woods will be very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very excited about the physical contact that it sounds like we're going to have, or quasi-physical that's going to be there, very tangible. Let's just say the contact experiences in the tunnels is going to be quite exciting.
And
Well,
Linda, you've been
especially,
there. Go ahead, Louise.
no, I was just going to say, as there's going to be lots of people there, then they're the sort of situations where those things can happen as well because there'll be so much going on. So that's why, to keep an eye out, just not too much focus, but just like I just remember my experience where with the tall white that you just get this funny feeling really, and so I think just keeping an eye out for those times will be interesting.
But they're clearing out a lot more of the tunnels, isn't that right, Linda? More every year. That's the way I've understood it.
That is so true. So the excavation that is going on inside the tunnel, that is ongoing. And so they be drilling at certain hours. And yeah, so by the way, Juliet, so the things I would like to ask Rohan about were who filled up the tunnels with mud and why? Why? Was it because of war amongst the humans or war amongst the ETs? Because it seemed abandoned. That was the feeling they got when they started excavating it. And also, when was it filled up? When was it abandoned? Because they have like different theories. Was it 6,000 years ago? Was it 20,000 years ago? Was it 100 years ago? So, who and why and when? That's what we would like to know.
I kind of missed the first part of tonight's thing. So did he already talk about like how long the pyramids have been around for?
He
He did
hasn't.
say that
What
He
did he
said
it's
say?
just
the
said very
oldest.
old.
He said it's the oldest and the
Very, very
newest
old.
found.
Yeah,
Okay.
some people say they're between 80 and 60,000 years old. Juliet, can you ask him about that as well? Because they seem, because it seems like some of it, because it's really big and it's obviously been taking a long time to build it. So the oldest parts, what is the oldest part? How old is it? And maybe what is the youngest part and how old is
Yeah,
that?
that'd be really interesting. Yeah.
And also, it is very interesting who built those pyramids. Maybe someone already shared. Do you know, guys?
Yeah, that's a
Mm.
really good question, actually. Like, who were they built by ETs? You know,
They
I'm
were
guessing.
built by, yeah, they were built by ETs. I think they were built by Sasanis, but I have a gut feeling that more ET races was involved, but we can
Yeah,
ask them.
yeah.
A question that popped up in my head earlier that I thought, oh, that'd be a cool question to ask would be, have I been to the Bosnian pyramids?
Yes, that's a fascinating one. Have we? And the funny thing is, maybe we've all been there in astrally anyway, and then this is just a sort of follow up to that. Isn't that a fascinating thought?
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Parallel
actually thinking
life.
past life, like,
That too.
Parallel life.
Yeah, maybe
I,
all of us have been ETs who have worked in the complex and been part of that. We should ask about that.
he's going to be like,
yeah,
what's with your questions?
I'm just in contact with Linus. He's having some problems with the app, so he's going to try and reinstall it and try and connect via computer at the same time. So we can just keep on talking.
Great.
Has anyone actually thought about formally inviting Rohan to turn up in his ship and everything?
I
That's
think
some
it's a
nice.
perfect way. I think it's a perfect way to do sort of a human initiated contact or CE5 time of thing, and just make it a anybody can come, but specifically Rohan, if you want to show up, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I did ask him, and he's because he said there was going to be a caretaker showing up, and I said, and because I was associating him with the caretaker of the castle, I said, "Oh, will it be you?" And he's like, "Nope." That it would be a Yael, but things can change between now and then too, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, the more the merrier. Bring on the Yael, the Shayael, bring them all.
I guess the Yael frequency is a little bit closer to ours than the Sasanis. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I actually asked Bashar about that once, and he said that there's certain. It's not just a scale. There's like it's kind of almost like there's a flavor, and the Yael frequency is more kind of the human kind of flavor, right? That's my words, not his words. So
Right.
so it's easier for us to sort of deal with initially.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I think the way he phrased it, it seems like you've got the hybrid children and then the Yael and the Shayael, and they're sort of stepping stones to being able to interact with, say, the Sasani and those of that vibration.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You bring up a good point, James, because I imagine that if there was going to be lots of tourists around, you know, having someone closer and energy wise would make sense. You know, you don't want to have cause a panic.
Yeah, I can imagine everyone like piling out the tunnels quickly, running, shouting.
Or worse, just going like crazy into the tunnels and just getting lost,
Yeah.
turned around.
Mm.
Yeah, don't worry. The tunnels are not. It's not that difficult to get lost. They're like two sort of it branches off, but it's not longer than. I mean, if you get completely lost, just shout. I think when I was there, the longest stretch was 120 meter. So, and there are people, so you can just shout, so we will come
But
and get you.
but he was saying that there's
And by the,
portals, so maybe you
oh yeah,
run
that's
through and you go into another into
Yeah,
another dimension.
you got to be careful.
yeah. Then call for the Sasani, call for the and the children and the yayas. They'll come and fetch you.
If you're vibing pretty high, you might by mistake walk through into another sort of dimension, mightn't you?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play around with the
Yeah.
portals. By the way, so summer solstice, that is, as you say, that is high season for tourists to go there. So yeah, I suggest we maybe at certain hours maybe find, because there's a big park nearby there, or maybe like find an area where we are a little bit by ourselves, where we can do the C5 meditation, and we're a bit away from the tourists.
I'm sure it'll happen organically. You know, we'll definitely. It makes sense what you're saying, Linda. That we'll try and be a bit aparted from everyone, but I think it will. Maybe the tourism will drop off at a certain point, or it'll just feel organically just flow. It's nothing we have to really push.
True. Usually, I think there's like a festival over solstice, like a 3-day music festival or 1-day music festival that lasted till 10 or midnight or something like that, where they play folk music and serve beers. So, and
So
that's also like in the big green field. But it's a huge place, so we can easily find a place where there's no pesky tourists besides ourselves.
you just sold me on the music festival there. I love music and I
That's the
love
thing, right?
dancing and I love beer.
Exactly. We can also have a dance around and a beer to celebrate it with.
Oh, definitely. I mean, what's Bashar always say? Enlightenment is lightening up. Like lightening up on yourself, and dancing is my way of enlightening up.
Me too,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, now
It's
I want to
so
go.
Yeah,
yeah.
look,
Come, Juliet.
it's gonna be amazing. The food is amazing, and also it's a Muslim country, so they have this wonderful sense of hospitality, that Muslim way of taking care of guests, and they're so friendly and they're so nice. And there's wonderful Balkan music with flutes and good beer, and everything is, within a reasonable price. And Visoko in itself is, I mean, you have to be really put effort in to get lost. It's really difficult to get lost in Visoko. So I mean, you just like you're safe and it's beautiful. And oh yeah, one thing I need to tell you about. I actually wrote a school report about it when I studied global refugees, refugees in that country. But there are areas with landmines. That's a remnant of the Yugoslav war. So that's sort of not where we are, but just in case if you get the great idea to go on a hike by yourself, or some off road hiking, maybe don't do that. But it's not like there's landmines to like left and right. But yeah, it's like don't go off road, please. Okay.
Linda, I have a
Yeah,
question for you. I've been meaning to ask.
yeah,
When
yeah.
we're in the tunnel, like what clothes do you recommend, like being in the tunnels?
Okay. So something that can get a little muddy. So no white trousers. Um, Hiking boots or sneakers. A little muddy. It's damp and it's made of rock, but it's not muddy. It's made of rock with a dirt dirt floor. Yeah.
So it's a bit cool in temperature.
Mm, It's more like humid, but I wouldn't say
Humid.
cool. It's
Okay.
sort of, yeah, it's actually a very nice temperature. It's very balanced, but it's more humid and a bit dry and a bit like very cave air feeling. And you do get maybe a little dirty. So if you scrape against the walls or something, so don't wear like a white coat or no white clothes inside the tunnel, please. um, and if you're gonna sit down to meditate, I think you should bring a towel, else you're gonna get a dirty bum. So bring a towel or something to sit on.
That's a great suggestion. Can you think of anything else? Because I was thinking, I imagine there's washrooms that are nearby the the entrances of the tunnels.
There are some toilets nearby. I would say anything else inside the tunnel. It's good if you bring your own headlamp. That's really
I
cool.
was,
You
I
get
was
like,
just to ask you about that one, the headlamp.
yeah. I mean, there are lamps along the tunnel walls, but even they can be like a little bit dim. So if you want to make sure that bring your own headlamp, just be careful you don't like shine light in other people's eyes. And what else? Yeah, your phone. So even though there's no cell service, you can still take pictures. I took lots of really cool pictures and close up the material the tunnels are made of, so you can get a lot of decent photos. Um, yeah, so it's like if you ever like been visiting caves, something like that. That's the feeling. It is a little bit claustrophobic in the beginning, but mind you, these tunnels have been around what 60, 80,000 years. They're not gonna collapse while we're there. Don't worry. So even when you're 120-meter deep. So yeah, everything is stabilized with like wooden logs to enforce like stability. And remember, they do archaeological excavation and just removing mud. So yeah, they used to work inside. It's safe to walk around.